Yeah, looky what we're doing today. Putting the corn in. Boy, compared to last time we seeded corn back in 2019, conditions are way better. Oh, last time the ground was so wet. Trying to do stuff. This thing doesn't have a distance sensor on it. That's what I have to do every time I power on the monitor. I have to set what speed I'm going to be going at, which might be around 4.5 miles an hour, but then it should show when I'm going that speed, then I know exactly what population is going down. But then the monitor just pretty much if it's seeding or not. I just gotta pretty much make sure like all the rows look the same, you know, roughly the same ballpark. But if there's a problem though, it lets me know. If I get done with these 2 fields here today, great. We got to do east of the yard then, and yeah, a little hard to see here. I see my track up ahead though. T9's going over there. My brother's putting down the fertilizer for it right now, drilling it in. Since you don't have fertilizer option on this thing, we have to put down the fertilizer with the drill. Which is fine, works fine. It's another pass across the field, I guess, but it's the way it works out. East of the yard, we're gonna spread that with the spreader, and then we have to disc it anyways then, so it'll get incorporated. Yeah, a couple rocks here. I don't want to get to the south side more here when I start going up that hill, and then in that field too I gotta probably slow down a bit more, shift down. Just like at the old farm, the same thing, just there's certain rocky parts, it's easier on the planter then. And yeah, I got my bungee straps on there. Someone suggested that 2 years ago. Any problems, especially when if they hit rocks, they bounce up and the covers pop off then on a couple of them. So I know a couple people suggested bungee cables, and yeah, and so far so good. It's so stupid too. Like I got these at Menards 2 years ago, and they're color coded based on size. And the one size I needed, the exact size I needed for the bungee straps, they were yellow colored. I mean, what's the chances of that happening? Matches really nice with the planter. Yellow bungee straps. Good back there. Oh yeah. Always look behind me to make sure I don't see, you know, a big trench or something, like it's not, like something's caught or stuck. I've had that happen before. I've had little rocks get stuck between the closing wheels and they start pushing dirt, so I've had that happen. But maybe with the drier conditions this year, maybe that won't happen now. Dirt's flowing a little bit better. Yeah, hush push. Annoying buzzer, I've never missed you. I've never missed that buzzer yet. Yeah, missed that shot of rain yesterday. I mean, just basically like 15 miles, 20 miles that way, they had a nice shot of rain. Further west you got, the more there was, which really, you know, they're dry over there too. They're probably worse than we are because they haven't really had much for snow either. Further west you get over the past 4 years. Meander over to the next field here. Just cruising along. It's been fairly easy going so far. Haven't really had to get out much at all. Yep. Those bungee cables are working. I had to put a cover on once. one thing I'm doing different this year, my brother suggested it, is get towards the middle of the field, have a place on both sides where, before I start going, seeding again, kind of put a little jaunt in there to where I actually leave a little skip deliberately on the end, so we know for combining them that, you know, we can go down the middle of the field there after we get the head rows done. We can find that little jaunt, then it's easy to find. That's where the end of the header has to be then, and you just go then. Don't have to try to count and see, you know, where it is for sure. Makes it easier then. So, other than that though, you know, planted the corn first time 2 years ago. I did pretty good, I'd have to say myself. Put it this way, my brother combined it, because he did all the combining for the corn. You know, when he tried to go down the middle of the field, he's like, Brooks, you made the rows too straight. I can't tell where the 12 rows are. But then at times you can barely tell if a row was closer together or further apart. That's where the end of the planter was. So mainly for combine in the middle of the field is because it's better for the grain cart than for unloading on the go. You start in the middle of the field, then the auger is always on the correct side then for the grain cart. It makes it a lot easier grain carting. Plus with this corn planter too, that super steer front axle, man, super useful, that's for sure. Really didn't bought the tractor, that's just what this tractor had on it when we bought it, so. Still gotta use the brakes a little bit because it's, you know, it's back end heavy a little bit. The dual's on too. Use the brakes a little bit to bring it over quicker too. I want to know where these darn seals came from all of a sudden. Get out of here. Quit eating the worms. You pigs. Thought I saw something. Something fishy going on. What's going on here, bud? Aha. Aha. Heck you do that for? Heck you do that for? Bugger? Okay then. Good to go. Dust wiper. There we go. Don't have the super steer set, you know, as sharp as it can turn. I forget what setting it's on. Is it the second tightest or third tightest? I don't. There's 4 adjustment points or settings on it. All it is just a little pin with a keeper. You just slide it in and out. That's all it is. I'm almost done too. I've probably got, I don't know, a little more than halfway done at this field. I don't know. Maybe another hour I'll be done here. I'd guess 5:30. Maybe if everything goes good, I might be done here then. Hour and a half. Just a small corn plant, you know, only 12 rows, 12 20 inch rows. So what does that come to? 240 inches, right? 240 inches. That would be, the heck is that? Not 12 feet. Boy, I can't think right now. But yeah, only 20-inch rows. But that's just for the type of soil and climate we have up here. I mean, we have pretty tight roads up here. Great for canopy. Canopy's quicker, tighter rows, keep the moisture in, and helps with weed suppression as well. You get that canopy sooner. We bought this planter in 2019, spring, when we decided we were going to plant corn. He had it set up for 20-inch rows, so it was perfect for us. We didn't have to really do hardly anything to it, so pretty good condition. And I mean, in the manual, there's no 20-inch spacing chart. It's pretty much we go by the 40-inch chart, and we divide that by, or no, how's that? No, we multiply it. No, we multiply it by 2, right? Yeah, multiply it by 2 because, you know, you're having that. You're going from 40-inch rows to 20-inch rows, so we multiply that number, everything by 2. Is how we get our population per acre then. So whatever is down for 40 inches, multiply it by 2. So like at 40-inch rows with the current seed rate setup for the gears, or how the gears are set up, the drive, it would only put down like 12,200 kernels per acre if these were 40-inch rows. So multiply it by 2, it gets down close to 25,000 pop. It's amazing how much easier this field is too. But I don't have low spots to go around. I mean, right where I went through, it was wet there past 3 years, wet there, wet in front of me, wet along the trees, wet even further behind me a ways, and then wet in the northeast corner. I mean, what a screwy field for rink-a-dink acres. Round and round you go, lift up, seed this way, up, seed this direction, up, lift up, turn around, go around the slough. Now, this year it's just like, oh, just finished up, of course, and on the wrong side too. Same thing happened with the drill too, putting the fertilizer down, ended up on the north side. It's okay. At least the overlap was not too bad really for both fields. Lined up not too bad, it had a little bit, but I gotta check a few things over, put the rest of the seed in the trays, or whatever the heck you call them, boxes. I got 3 bags left, but I just wonder how much is left. Those 3 bags should do about half of that field, so I don't need too much, but... And he's almost done here. Got a few more passes here, it looks like it.
I left my phone out in the garage, so I had to go get it and come back.
Oh, nice. It's pretty cool out actually. East wind. Well, guess successful first day, I suppose. Hopefully tomorrow afternoon I'll be done, so. But change the seed population again. Gotta put it back to where we had it before. Set it up a notch. Pretty much see, how do we have it? I think move it to this sprocket. And this big sprocket then, all I gotta do is just change these spacers, move these spacers, and everything slides, the gears slide around then, so that's all I gotta do there. Take me a couple minutes. See how much heat I have left too. Yeah, these bungee straps were pretty good. Worked pretty good. How much is left in here? Yeah, I suppose so. That looks about right. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer taking the bungee straps off, but sure saves me time. I don't have to get out of the tractor at all. Looks good. Excellent. Hopefully that'll be enough for the rest of it. So, but thanks for watching, everybody. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And yeah, I'm going to lock these things because first I gotta drop it first, but because I don't trust anything, for some reason these things would settle for some reason. Slam on the conveyor there, break something on the conveyor, break that. This were to slam down, I don't know, I probably would just break the chair there, I suppose, unless I don't think it would reach the wall, but you can do it with one hand to lock them up. Oops, come on. Come on, I said I can do it with one hand. There, locked up. Now they won't fall over. So, yeah. Just gotta check a few things over, I suppose, but everything works sound. Pretty much no problems, I guess. I did have to get out once more again to, I did end up picking a rock in one of these things. Rock got slammed in them and was starting to push. I pretty much caught it right away though, so it was no big deal. So it didn't leave a trench for too long.